Now, to fix the audio problem, I use Adobe software. I use the Adobe Elements 15. I use it in the expert mode, and what this allows me to do is to adjust the audio settings. Now, GoPro has the GoPro Quick app for adjusting audio, but they only have 3 adjustments for their software. They have 3 choices. One is off, one is mix, and one is boost. You really don't have any control over how much you want to boost the audio, or if you want to bring it down a little. So you don't have the control that you do as far as with the video editing software. Now, I want to show you a small video clip that I made, so I can show you the comparison of the two. We'll open up a project that I did, and I'll show you on the screen here. It's a short video clip. I'm just using this as demonstration purposes only. I use the Karma grip, which is the gimbal, for doing this, and I've set the audio settings on my computer to midway, which is 50. I am not going to touch those because for the comparison purposes, I'm going to show you how the audio is adjusted using the software. Now, what you would do is you click on the clip that you have loaded in, because if you have multiple clips, you have to click on each clip for adjusting the audio fixes. Now, as you see, I have it in expert mode. Over here in the right hand corner, right where it says fix, underneath there they have this symbol for adjustments. Okay, you click on that. At the very bottom you have audio gain. Click on that and click on apply. A box will pop up. Right now it's at 0 decibels, so you don't have any gain at all. What I do is I find that with the Karma grip, a setting between 20 and 25 is pretty good. That works. I'm going to put in 25. I typed in 25. I hit OK. Oh, well, first, hold on. Let me go back and play it without any gain. So let's play it, and we'll keep it at approximately the same distance every time. Now this is playing.
My wife will be very busy cooking some Filipino food.
And the audio is very, very low. So I'm going to pause it, reset it from the beginning, do the audio gain again, put in 25, okay, and then press the play button again.
Tomorrow Tomorrow my wife will be very busy cooking some Filipino food. She's going to make pork adobo, bistec, sotagan guisado, spaghetti, chicken African.
Now, you can hear a significant difference in the sound, in the volume of the sound. I don't know whether the camera will pick up, but there is some background noise. Now, one thing is, when you use the Karma Grip gimbal, the servo motors sometimes create a humming noise in the background. Now, to take out that humming noise, what we do is, I'm going to set it back to the beginning again. Now, on the right hand side of the screen, you have FX, which is for Apply Effects. So we click on that, and at the top it says Video and Audio. Click on the audio. Now, I find that for that hum, okay, that's in the background from the servo motors, they have New Blue Hum Remover. I click on that and drag it over to the audio track, okay, where it says audio, and put that on. Now it says that it's in here. I want to also use the denoiser. I find that takes out some noise. And for those who have wind problems, one of the things is what they call New Blue Cleaner. So click and bring that over to the audio track. Now, as you can see, we have New Blue Hum Remover, Denoiser, and New Blue Cleaner. Now, I'm going to play it back again.
Tomorrow my wife will be very busy cooking some Filipino food. She's going to make pork adobo, bistec, sotagan guisado.
Now, the hum is gone, but I do hear that it's a little bit muddy. You have to play with the adjustments. You can get rid of some of the other things, like the New Blue Cleaner. Just press on the garbage can there, the trash can, and get rid of it. Okay? And then,
Spaghetti.
now it sounds a little bit better without that in there.
Egg rolls.
Before, the sound sounded a little bit tinny. So this is the way that you, now every video is different. You have to play around with this. Now, Apple includes in their Mac computers, they have a iMovie Maker. I don't know too much about MacBook Pro because I don't have a MacBook Pro, and I've never owned one. So from what I've seen so far and what I read, they do have a volume control, but I don't know if they have other effects that you can apply to your videos. Now, the thing is, with Adobe Elements, they do make a Mac version, so you can load up the software. The software, I think, is relatively cheap compared to how much I paid for all this stuff to go on. it's less than $110. I know that for the software, but I got a combination for this. I got the Photoshop and I have the video editing, the elements. Now you would have thought that GoPro would have gotten their act together and would offer this as one of the solutions, but they don't. Their solution is to sell you the adapter and the adapter. Now, I made notes so I would know what to, so I wouldn't leave anything out. Now, why you should always use video editing software, if possible. Number one, remove unwanted video clips. Number two, insert video clips. Maybe you want to enhance your video by doing a screen grab of someone and inserting it into your video. Also, you can do things out of sequence when you make a video. You could do a video and do something else and move them around. You can merge the video clips together. When you use a GoPro camera and you do a long video with it, it automatically breaks them down. It's called chaptering. They make it into smaller segments because if one segment becomes corrupted, you don't lose everything. You don't lose the other segments that are in there. You can insert text into your video to make a point. You also make it look more professional. You can add titles and special effects to your videos. Also, one of the things that you want to do if you're uploading to YouTube or any place else on the internet, you want to convert that video, that raw video, into a streamable format. And this is what these video editing software does. If you try to upload a raw video to YouTube, it could take hours. If it's a fairly long, not even fairly long, if it's a 15, 16-minute video, it could take you hours for it to upload. Because most places in the United States are 2 to 3 megabytes on the upload speed. It's the download speed that's really no problem in the United States. Now, if you live in Austin, Texas, I live in Texas, but if you live in Austin, you can get Google Fiber. You Google Fiber, you can get 1,000 on the download and 1,000 on the upload. It's great, but not everyone can fit into Austin. Now, and also, the main reason why you're watching this with the video editing software, you can correct the GoPro audio, which is a big concern for a lot of people. Now, the thing is, if you want to upload raw video to YouTube or the internet, then, and you don't want to do any editing at all, you're going to need to buy the adapter. You're going to need to buy the microphone. You'll need to buy the housing to attach it all. So you're going to need all those items. You're going to need the grip. The grip comes in handy anyway, but you don't need the housing or anything if to then attach this. Now, that's your own personal choice whether you got to do that. Now, GoPro 6, which I have, 4K recording. I don't think anyone should be doing 4K recording because unless you can afford it, you need a computer that's very, very fast. Then you need more RAM. It just runs into a big expense, and you're talking about a computer to handle 4K. You got to be paying upwards of $3,000 for a computer. That's a little out of my budget. So, in conclusion, you don't need the adapter. You don't need the external microphone. Go out and experiment with the different settings for audio on your video editing software. And like I said, you'll be uploading faster to YouTube. You'll take out some of the imperfections. Now, I also state that this does not totally remove noise. It helps reduce the bad audio effects. Okay, the bad audio that's there, this enhances it, but it doesn't remove everything. You have to play around with it. So I hope you find this video informative and helpful. I appreciate some positive criticism. If you have it, please leave comments about it, especially if you have comments about Apple, because I don't know about Apple. Maybe someone out there can show how they do the video editing with the iMovie Maker. So this is one of the things I've been experimenting with. I'm not an expert. I'm new to this myself, and I'm trying to find what works for me may work for someone else. So thank you very much. Have a great day.